very realistic as to what you can expect.
Scarecrow.
Nice. Scarecrow. One more time. Scarecrow. Good. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Karina and I am an SLPA currently working in the school setting. Now I do share speech, my family, and lifestyle on YouTube. Today's video is all about a day in my life, the speech therapy version. I am showing you what you can expect as an SLPA. This video is a lot of mixed groups. It's a lot of back-to-back sessions, very realistic as to what you can expect. There's not a whole lot of videos on this, and so I do try to share what I can when I can. Now keep in mind, for obvious reasons, I cannot be showing you who these kids are. I cannot be showing you where I am going to pull them from their class. I'm not going to be taking the camera around as I go and pull them from class or ask for them using their name. That's all very confidential. So you will be seeing a lot of me in this video. I'm going to be kind of coming in and out, and I will show you a clip of what I am doing, and then I will give you an explanation as to what I did and how I did it. So that way this serves you like as an educational video and you get to see what exactly I was doing. If you do not already know, working in a school setting requires you to be looking at the student's IEP. Now, I like being an assistant because you're doing a lot of the direct therapy. That doesn't mean you're not doing ARD meetings. You're still having to meet with your supervisor for observation time. You're still, like I mentioned earlier, going to get kids from their class. You're still communicating with teachers. You're still communicating with parents. There's a lot that you're doing behind the scenes. But for the sake of this video, I am showing you the therapy. For you to kind of get the idea as to why I'm so busy during this time, it's because the student's IEP will let you know how many minutes you are to be giving this student per grading period. Let's say, for example, that the grading period is 9 weeks and I have to give little Karina 500 minutes of speech therapy. That means I need to have documented 500 minutes of her signing in and me giving speech therapy. That's why it's very difficult towards the end of the grading period if you've been absent, and in my case I was for an entire week. I was very, very sick, so I have to make up all of that time. I think that has been enough of me talking and sharing with you guys kind of what this video will be about, so I will get straight into the video now. So first thing I do when I do get here is I put up this partition, this wall up for privacy, of course, and then I will write down anything that I need to up on this board, and that's just for me to have throughout the day, like sort of like a speech warm-up, depending on the students that I do see. Once I do that, I start to get my schedule kind of ready for the day. Every day is different, especially since we're at the end of the like progress report dates, the end of the second quarter. So that means I'm not seeing every single student anymore. I'm seeing them based like on the minutes that they have left. I should mention, next week is progress reporting days, and I've already tallied up like the percentages, the totals for a lot of the students I see in their goals. I did that earlier this week. Now today it's really about me seeing those students that I haven't gotten data for specific goals. I've gone through and I've highlighted them on my data sheets, like what I need to work on, specific students, and right now I'm just basically going to input the totals that I already have for like early progress reporting. That way next week I have a really easy, slow week with progress reporting and I'm not overwhelmed. Does anyone know? This is not a rooster. This is something that scares away birds that are called crows. It's something, it's called a scarecrow. Have y'all ever heard of a scarecrow? No? So this people put on farms to scare away all the birds that try to come to their plants and their crops. Okay, so what is this called again?
Scarecrow.
Nice, scarecrow. One more time. Scarecrow. crow.
Crow.
Good. What this one's called? This type of house? Let's leave it there so we can share though, okay? I know you want to see, you're excited. But let's leave it there so we can share. Does anyone know what this red thing is called? It looks like a red house. What might it be called? Uh-oh, we're still on the farm one though. We're still talking about the farm. So don't switch it, please. Thank you. We're looking at the farm. Tell me what this might be called. Do you know?
I know.
What?
If for the horses.
Uh-huh. What is it called?
Poke.
Uh-oh. Beep.
Beep. Beep. Beep.
Good. Beep. Nice. Both of y'all both said beep. What object says beep beep?
A horn.
A horn. Nice. Good.
Look, it's a girl. It's a mermaid.
One more time, my friend. Can you say bark?
Bark.
Good.
This is a girl. You a girl. I'm a boy.
Next word. I want you to say the word seed.
Seed.
Great job with that D sound at the end. Your turn, my friend. Seed.
It's time to go.
Uh-oh. I'm asking you to say the word seed.
Seed. Seed.
Good.
Seed.
Both of you. Nice. What's a seed? Does anyone know? A seed. I might.
A seed.
Yeah. What's it for? Oh, that's a sea. That's like an ocean. You're right.
Seed.
I said seed. So mine ends in a D.
So you can get fish. Fish?
That's right. That's what a sea is. That's what the ocean is, the sea. But I'm talking about seed. It's something you plant, right? You put in the ground and then something grows from it. So if I plant a seed in the ground, that seed grows
you need
into
water?
You do
Water.
need
Soil.
water.
Yes, soil.
Good.
And it grows.
Yes.
And it open. It's like.
That's true. So again, the word I said was seed. If we're talking about the ocean, I just say the sea. Or I might say, I see you with your glasses. Let's talk about what you just saw me do in that first session. I am showing the little kids, what's it called? Like small magnets. I'm just trying to see if they already know what it is. If they don't, I have to immediately tell them. If they do know what it is, I'm trying to get an idea of how much they know. I'm seeing where might I find this? Who might live in here? What does it look like? So I want to get an idea of, can you tell me what this is without looking at this magnet? Do you truly know what it is, or are you just kind of guessing? And then the second thing that I'm doing there is actually seeing or getting some data on their final consonants. They kind of were expected to already just repeat the word back to me, and I was getting some data on, okay, can you say beep? Do I hear the P? Can you say beat? Do I hear the T? And if not, okay, I would mark it down, that was wrong. So I tried to incorporate some play in there and have them doing like some stickers and stuff, and they were also looking at an ocean, they were looking at some farm animals, and that in itself I believe was also building their vocabulary. Oh no, we were done now. The next night when the lights went on,
Is the below sentence correct? Why wasn't she go to the party? Correct. Incorrect. Why didn't she go to the party? Incorrect. Why did she not go to the party? Why would she go to the party?
The bridge, like the where people walks.
to your classes, okay? I appreciate y'all working. Did you think it was easy? The second session, I'm so sad I couldn't get more. For this session in particular, what I was doing was I had two kids doing what's called Book It online, and it's kind of like a game where they are quizzed on things that we've already covered, and that way I was able to work kind of more privately with someone else. And that third student, what I was doing was seeing if they could read an entire story with L blends. That's something we've been working on all this grading period. So the other two, what they were doing on Book It was seeing what sentence was correct, what was incorrect, and how they could fix it. Again, this is something we've covered over and over, so I didn't think I needed to spend a lot of time on there. That was just data for me to take in, but I have worked with them in the past. That's why this one was just so short. Do this. Yeah, that was easy. Next. Which one's a fruit? Fruit. Good. Fruit. What do you think we sleep on?
A bed.
Ooh, nice. Next. Okay. What do you do with the car?
Drive.
Drive it. You drive it. Next one. Show me happy. Cheese. Yeah. R.
Scissors.
Good. R.
Wait, scissors with this.
Mm-hmm. They can if you're not careful. Next is, these are flowers. Good. Next is a
Kangaroo.
yeah. Next,
They go fight.
this is a
Horse.
wait. I don't want to talk about them fighting. That's not appropriate.
Look.
No.
That this.
This third session was a lot of pragmatics. So you did hear me in there. As the student said something inappropriate, I immediately stopped it and I said, no, that's not something we talk about. That's not appropriate. And then if they have questions, I just take it on right then and there. It's not something I have to be like, well, we don't talk about this because blank, blank, blank. I just take it on right there as it is happening in real life. We were also doing a lot of defining basic vocabulary, and we were using an app on the iPad. Third thing we were doing was also a lot of WH questions, seeing if they understand, what, when, where, what do we do with it? Where can I find this? What is this? And then I believe the last one, which was already pretty much mastered this goal, it was matching picture to the word. So if I'm like, oh, where's the fruit? And he can already point to which one it is. 15, 16, 17,
How do you spell
18,
dad?
19, 20.
How do you
DAD. So time is up. I'm about to start the game because you have 3 minutes to
Very
answer
nice.
as many questions as you can, okay?
I wasn't ready.
Alrighty, my friend. I gave you 20 seconds. You
Yay.
only have 3 minutes for this one. That's it.
I kept
Okay, in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I get to start the game now. Let's see.
Oh, I got churches. Why,
Where does she live?
Is that appropriate to ask? Where does she live?
Where-
Or is that not appropriate? Thanks.
Wait, so I get to choose one treasure chest. 20 token. Man, I got 20.
You're
I can't get
choosing.
to 40.
You're choosing if it's appropriate or not appropriate, or if the
Let's
sentences
go to the beach.
are something you would
When
ask.
are we leaving?
So for that group, it was mainly doing a look at online, just because a lot of their goals are already entered and they're complete. So it's not something that I'm having to recheck and constantly see how they're doing. Their progress is already up to date. Number 5, I will be introducing idioms to these students, or this one student in particular. He's gonna play a game on the iPad, and here I believe I'm using boom cards. Boom cards became very, very popular for me during the pandemic when we were forced to do the online therapy. I kind of gave him an example of some at the beginning, and then after discussing 2 to 3 idioms, I would give an example and see if he could remember what those idioms were, or if he was really understanding what it meant. So I planned for him to do it on his own. It didn't work out that way. I was explaining and having to walk through, which is completely fine. It was a new thing that we were taking on. It was a new goal. I just wanted to see where we stood so that I could kind of go from there. This is something, it's kind of like a phrase or a sentence where I'm exaggerating.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me give you an example. Look at me, please. If I say, it's raining cats and dogs.
Means that those
A phrase that
a phrase that it'll be a different
has a different meaning
that
than what
that what
the individual.
words will lead you to believe.
Good. So I'm going to show you one example. Okay. Here, the idiom says, he's all thumbs. Look at it's just an expression. So if he is always falling down or tripping down the stairs, or if you're always falling out of your chair, something I might say is, you're all thumbs. I don't really mean you have all thumbs, but I mean to say you're clumsy. Okay? My next one says, the man tried to build a doghouse, but he was all thumbs. So what does that mean again? He was all thumbs.
Oh, you with his fingers.
No, it doesn't mean he has real thumbs all over. I'm going to read it again. The man tried to build a doghouse, but he was all thumbs. Where are you sitting, my friend? I think you'll have to sit there. I'm going to sit here today. Oh, I stole it. That's what you were saying. I stole your seat. I'm sorry. All right. So, yes, everyone, I want you all to please get...
Red.
Hold on. There's how many? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Can I get red?
Everyone gets one color. So, you, my friend, you said...
You need to take him down.
When it comes after dinos outside of their bowl, I need to see your dinosaurs in front of your bowl, please.
Come on.
Dinosaurs in front of your bowl.
Get the tank.
Okay, so we're all going to take turns explaining one of our cards. Listen, please. So that means I want you to, number one, I'm going to write it up on the board. I want you to describe the picture. So describe. Is everyone listening? Or do I need to take away the dinosaurs?
Describe the picture.
Okay, number one, I'm going to write it up on the board. You're going to describe the picture to me. So that looks like, I'm going to say, this little girl has a purple shirt and she has curly hair. Okay, you give me at least one thing about this person. I already said two things.
Hair.
I said curly hair and I said purple hair. So I'm describing it, number one. Wait a second. And then number two, you're going to tell me the opposite. So I want to hear, what's the opposite of curly? Does anybody know?
Flat iron.
Flat iron, flat hair, or what did you say? I heard someone else say the opposite of curly. What else is it?
Uncurly.
Uncurly, or the word is straight.
Blue.
Everyone say straight. Not blue. Blue does not make sense. Curly hair. The opposite of curly would be straight. Okay. Now, my friend, I want you to go. I want you to describe the picture, number one. And then number two, I want you to tell us the opposite.
Dry.
So give us one of yours.
Fast.
Shirt. Hey.
I like the back.
Oh yeah, straight hair. And then curly
Just
hair.
the opposite.
Okay, now I want my friend, it's your turn. Pick one of your cards. Shh, it should be only his turn. So describe the picture to us.
This little kitty is black.
Good. Can you show us the picture? And what's the opposite of black?
White.
Yes. Nice job. I'll take the. So now it is lunchtime. I do dismiss the kids only 5 minutes early so that they make it in time for their lunch, and I get time as well to heat up my lunch. Now I'm just going to kind of take a break, clean up the mess that I have here on the table, and continue from here. I would just say, like, the hardest part throughout the day, for sure towards the end of the quarter, is putting in all the minutes and keeping track of all the minutes that I am doing. Basically, if I'm not on top of it, I'm either behind or I'm having to, well, really just play catch up, really, like the last week, which would be next week, and I'm not trying to do that. So I have an entire spreadsheet on Google Sheets that, it just automatically saves my progress. I do clean this board before we leave for the break. Right now it's just back to back sessions. I literally have a 15-minute break, and in a second I'm gonna get my little ones. I just have 2 more sessions for the day, and then I'll be complete and I get to go home. So these are a little bit more relaxed because they're smaller groups. I do have 2 to 3 students, but they're little and they just follow directions a little bit better. So I will write some things up on the board that you'll see in a second, but I also use my iPad, which I have been using it all day to really get some data and stuff. Session 7, as you're about to see, is one of my favorites. The last 2 is the end of the day, so I have a lot of energy. Once again, after I eat, I feel like right before lunch is where I'm hungry, I get irritated, I'm like, this is just so much, and I even have a big group. So it doesn't really work in my favor, but it's just the nature of the job. So again, session 7, you are going to see that I have like this refreshing energy. I just feel a little bit more energetic in there, and what I was doing was showing them 2 new words, which is going to be thick and thin. Basic vocab, but as you'll see, we have to really keep practicing on them, and I'm also checking for their TH sound. It's something we've been working on as well all this quarter, and they know how to produce it already. So I'm checking to see, okay, are you producing it correctly? If not, I'm marking it down. I'm also checking on opposites. We are working to tell antonyms, synonyms, again with definitions, and I'm trying to get an idea of, do you really know these words? It's something we've been covering all quarter once again. So by this point, they should be knowing. If they don't know these at this point, it's gonna have to be a goal I continue for next quarter and continue to build on. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys 2 different words that we're gonna talk about today. The words are thick and thin. Okay, can you say it?
Thick
Thick.
and thin.
Ooh, wait a second. You're saying fin, like an F.
I said fake.
Fake. But my word, I'm saying thick.
Thick.
Thick. With the TH.
Fake.
So I want you to put your tongue between your teeth like this and say thick.
Thick.
Yeah, just like that. That's our TH. Because when I heard you say it the first time, I heard thick with an F. Okay, so So we don't want to hear the F, we want to hear TH. Ick.
Thick.
That was it. Great job. It's a little. This is thick. So that's talking about the thickness of something. Like my binder, it's kind of thick. 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 I want you to say the word thick. Mhm. Now thin is when something is really small, skinny, like this. Like my paper, it's very thin. Like very skinny. In.
No.
Say in.
Thick.
Thin. Good.
Open.
What's the opposite of it being open?
Open and close.
Yeah. Give yourself one blue dinosaur, please. Okay, my friend over here, I want you to say the word Thursday.
Thursday.
One more time.
Thursday.
Good. Give yourself one orange dinosaur. There should be no red. No red yet. Orange dinosaur, please. Okay. Over here, what is the opposite of up? This tractor? The
Up
digger part,
and
it's
down.
up. Yes, down. Give yourself one blue. Okay, my friend, say theater.
Theater.
One more time.
Theater.
Give yourself an orange. So you should have no red. This little boy, this one's a little bit harder. I could be pulling. He's
and pushing.
Yeah, great. Give yourself a blue one.
Another one.
Okay. I want you to say the word think.
Think.
Oh, I can't hear her. What? One second.
Think.
Okay, say 30.
30.
And then say the word thigh.
Thigh.
Give yourself 3 orange dinosaurs. Okay. Do you remember what the opposite of silly is?
Silly.
I could be like, or I could be,
Silly and mad.
It's very close to man. It's called serious. Okay. Let's do another one. Opposite of happy. What do you think is the opposite of this back? I'm showing you his back.
Back and front.
Yes. Do you have any more blues?
Yeah.
Give yourself 2 blues, please. I want you to say the word thunder.
Thunder.
Thumbs up.
Thumb up.
One more time. Thumbs up.
Thumb up.
Good. Third place.
Third place.
Third place.
Third place.
And say the word thick.
Thick.
Thin.
Thin.
Good. Give yourself 3 orange and give yourself 1 red dinosaur. That's it. That completes my day. Yay! I completed my day as an SLPA. The therapy version, of course. I'm not taking you all through my personal life in this video. Now, I realized as I'm making this video that it could sound like I'm changing goals every quarter, but that's not what I'm doing at all. I actually don't write the goals. My supervising SLP does. I, as the assistant, very much do all of the direct therapy, and that's what I really like to do. That's why I like this job. So as far as goals, my SLP will actually ask me before their ARD meeting how Karina is doing, and then I give her an entire summary on this student. And at this point is when I will share, okay, she or he has actually mastered 3 out of their 4 goals. So we should no longer continue with these 3. I do not make suggestions as to what goals we should include. If I am seeing, okay, Karina's actually having trouble with synonyms and antonyms, I will let her know, but I'm not making suggestions as far as, okay, the next thing we should work on is inferences. I'm not doing that. That's all something the SLP does. She just gives me the goals and I then go and I do the therapy knowing what they have to work on already. So that's how that works. It's not every quarter. Hopefully that does make sense. And I hope you did learn something in this video. That is going to be the end of what I can share for you all today. If you did like the video, please make sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel as well. It will mean so much to me, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye.